Listen, I got a bone to pick with you all. Why is it that we're now well over a month into the season of the Seraph and no one, not a single soul, has told me that the reissued 7th Seraph Carbine goes this hard in PvP? I don't know what it is about these weapons this season that statistically should be trash, but for some reason in practice they actually kind of bang. It took me a long time to take this gun for a spin in PvP, but now I'm having a hard time putting it down. And despite its drawbacks on paper, just watch the gameplay in this video and tell me in good conscience that it looks bad. I don't think you can do it. It just goes to show that with many things in Destiny, there's more going on under the hood than just the sum of something's total stat points. I mean, the Amelon auto rifle has like, I don't know, 23 more stat points than the Carbine does. But for some reason, it's out here kicking some major butt in skill-based lobbies. There's something to be said for a weapon's overall feel. I know that's not something that you can really quantify or qualify, and that's the thing that makes it so frustrating sometimes, is that sometimes something just feels good to you and you can't explain it. But let's break it down. So let's start from the ground up on this thing. Looking at the base stats, the 7th Seraph Carbine is a kinetic precision frame 450 RPM auto rifle. It has a base range of 58, stability of 39, handling value of 39, a 41 reload speed, 34 aim assist, a zoom value of 16, and a recoil direction of 74. So let me just sum this up. You might be wondering, are those numbers good? Are they bad? I'll give it to you straight. They're not great. They're pretty average. The Amit on paper absolutely shreds this gun. But again, in my several hours of playing with it, for some reason, it feels exceptional in practice. The one important thing to note is that my role that I'm using in this gameplay is bumping some of those key stat values up quite a bit. I'm getting 73 range, 64 stability, and I'll tell you how. Moving on to the perk pool, the Carbine has in the first column Reconstruction, 4th time's a Charm, Threat Detector, Pugilist, Dynamic Sway Reduction, and Hip Fire Grip. I'll get right to the point. Dynamic Sway is really the only good choice for PvP. None of the others are worth your time in PvP. In the second column, you've got Swashbuckler, Frenzy, Elemental Capacitor, Rangefinder, Moving Target, and Target Lock. I recommend Elemental Capacitor and Rangefinder. I'm rocking Elemental Capacitor because those buffs are kind of insane. On my Voidwalker, that means I'm getting an additional 20 stability, while my barrel and mag perks are giving me additional range. One other thing that's worth mentioning that I didn't mention in my previous video about the Ikelos SMG, which I totally forgot to, it's my bad, is that the origin trait on these weapons is phenomenal for PvP. Warmind's Arsenal partially reloads your magazine anytime you break a shield. When you're using Dynamic Sway Reduction, that's absolutely massive. You're basically getting more mileage out of the magazine, and then therefore more mileage out of Dynamic Sway. And when you're going in for a second kill, it means you don't have to stop and reload to do it. You can really push your engagements without breaking to reload a lot. I love it, and it really helps you take full advantage of Dynamic Sway. My full roll that I'm working with here in the video is Corkscrew Rifling, although I also have Hammer Forged if I want to go full range, Accurized Rounds, Dynamic Sway, and Elemental Capacitor with a Handling Masterwork. If my Masterwork was for more range, then I think I'd have the absolute god roll 5 out of 5 right here. But I'll absolutely take this one. It's super fun. I was so thoroughly impressed with this weapon, my only real complaint would be how obstructive the optics can be. The sight on this weapon is pretty bulky on the sides, and it covers up too much of your peripherals, which can be problematic when you're pre-aiming and you're not sure which side of a piece of cover your enemy is going to peek. Otherwise, I don't have any other real complaints about the gun. The combo of Dynamic Sway and Elemental Capacitor makes this thing feel like an absolute laser beam. It's super approachable and easy to use. The reticle's nice and clean. The optimal TTK with those consistent headshots is pretty dang fast too, at 0.8 seconds, which is technically faster than a 180 hand cannon, and you can even miss the headshot twice and hit body shots instead during that optimal TTK, so it is actually kind of pretty forgiving. All in all, I have to say, I absolutely recommend taking this thing for a spin if you manage to get a decent one to drop during the new dungeon, Spire of the Watcher. It drops from the first main encounter or from the secret chests if you're lucky, so best of luck to you in all of your farming endeavors, by the way. And let me know in the comments section what you think of this weapon, having seen it in action in this video. Does it look decent? Does it look competitive? Good even? Do you have a good roll on one of these? And what do you think about it if you do? Thanks as always for tuning into this short video. It means a lot to me. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and feel free to leave a like on the video if you did, and subscribe for additional Destiny 2 content. Be warm and well fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.
Zone B captured. You have zone in Zone C. Enemy claimed Zone B. Enemy has zone advantage. Double down. Seconds remain. Finish them. Two for one. That shut them down. Zone C lost. They have advantage. Zone A captured. Zone advantage is yours.